Nobody saw this coming from the Seattle Seahawks. In a summer where everyone thought the quarterback job was set in stone, a twist has turned heads across the league. The Seahawks are putting their trust in Sam Darnold to lead them onto the field against the 49ers in Week 1, and it is setting off fireworks in the fan base. Some people are furious that Jalen Milroe might have to wait on the bench, even though he showed flashes of pure electricity. But Seattle isn't ready to gamble just yet, and the safe bet is Darnold, who still carries the scars of high expectations and fresh opportunities. This is a team that refused to rush a rookie experiment, choosing instead to roll the dice on a veteran who has seen enough defenses to stand tall when the bullets fly. But here's the twist nobody wants to talk about. Darnold's last shot at starting went sideways fast, and now the Seahawks are handing him the keys to a franchise that cannot afford another quarterback meltdown. You feel the weight of every snap, every throw, because there is no more time for excuses in Seattle. The 49ers defense is going to come hunting with the kind of rage that eats unprepared quarterbacks alive. Darnold will have to prove he can stand up to the heat, hold his ground, and give the Seahawks a fighting chance right out of the gate. If he fails, it won't just be another loss. It could be the spark that ignites a full-blown quarterback controversy before September even ends. The shocking part is what this means for Jalen Milroe, whose raw talent keeps fans buzzing. What happens if Darnold stumbles early? Would Pete Carroll's old-school confidence in veterans collapse, opening the door for Milroe to take over? Nobody's willing to say it out loud yet, but the whispers are growing louder with every practice snap. And while the quarterback drama brews, the running back battle is just as explosive, with questions swirling about whether Seattle might finally move on from Kenneth Walker. Let's break down how that chaos is about to hit the backfield next. But before we get into that, hit that like and subscribe button for more Seahawks and all the NFL content. Let's aim for 250 likes on this video. The Seahawks might be hiding the boldest move of all in their backfield. Fans have cheered for Kenneth Walker ever since he broke onto the scene, but there is a quiet push behind closed doors to hand the starting job to Zach Charbonnet instead. Charbonnet showed serious promise catching passes and slicing through defenses late last season, making coaches believe he can give Seattle a new look on offense. Meanwhile, Walker's contract clock is ticking, and the front office knows he might cost more than they want to pay long-term. That's why rumors are swirling about possible trade options, even though nobody wants to say it out loud. What nobody's talking about is how fragile Walker's situation has become. Injury history, missed snaps, and questions about durability have stacked up against him. Charbonnet, still only entering his second year, offers fresh legs and fewer headaches. If Kenneth goes down again, that could slam the door on his future in Seattle before the season even truly starts. And this all sets up a brutal Week 1 decision. Will the Seahawks go safe with Walker's explosive style, or bet on the sharper skills and fresh body of Charbonnet? One misstep could rip this entire running game apart. But that's not the only shakeup brewing, because Seattle's wide receiver room is about to turn the entire offense upside down. Seattle's receivers could end up flipping this offense on its head. Cooper Kupp, fresh out of Los Angeles, brings the kind of veteran toughness that might remind fans of Hines Ward. His skills go way beyond highlight catches, with blocking and route discipline that could open up the entire playbook. Then there's Jackson Smith-Njigba, already a Pro Bowler, who's hungry to show he can dominate as the true #1 target after a breakout year. The question is whether Marquez Valdes-Scantling can hang on to the third receiver spot after an underwhelming run in Kansas City and Buffalo. What might surprise fans is the quiet hype around rookie Torrey Horton, a name that's catching fire behind the scenes. He could push Valdes-Scantling straight down the depth chart if he flashes early. Meanwhile, trade rumors around Romeo Doubs are growing, adding even more chaos. That entire shakeup leaves one safety valve more important than ever, because tight ends and fullbacks might hold the key to Darnold's survival behind this reworked receiving squad. Seattle's blueprint for keeping Sam Darnold steady might come down to the hidden power of its tight ends and fullbacks. Noah Fant looks locked in as the top option, a proven safety blanket who knows how to find space when things collapse. That trust matters, especially since Darnold thrived last year leaning on a big-bodied target in Minnesota. Behind Fant, Elijah Arroyo and A.J. Barner stand ready, but neither has proven they can own the moment yet. Depth is there, but true consistency is still up for grabs. At fullback, Robbie Ouse has quietly taken the edge over Brady Russell. Russell, still fighting to prove he belongs after being a practice squad-level name, just doesn't have the same upside. Robbie fits the mold perfectly for lead blocking and short-yardage bruising, which this offense needs. While these roles feel smaller on paper, their impact could decide whether the backfield finds enough daylight to make this attack click. But the real firestorm is about to hit the offensive line, where battles might rewrite everything. If there's one spot on this roster that could make or break Seattle's season, it's the offensive line. Charles Cross is primed to anchor the left tackle role, showing glimpses of Pro Bowl potential that have fans daring to believe again. Rookie Gray Zabel will be learning on the job at left guard, transitioning from college tackle and facing a brutal learning curve. At center, Oluwatimi looks like the leader despite Jalen Sundell nipping at his heels in camp, giving stability right down the middle. Then there's the raging battle at right guard. Anthony Bradford trimmed down and wants the spot, but Christian Haynes, entering his second year, is refusing to give up without a fight. That battle might drag through preseason and set the tone for the trenches. Abraham Lucas, at right tackle, just has to stay on the field after his injuries. All these moving parts build a line that could either protect this offense or tear it apart, and the defense across from them is about to raise those stakes even higher. Seattle's defense is betting big on a fierce new identity up front. Leonard Williams brings a veteran mindset that can anchor the entire line, while Byron Murphy, still building, looks ready to explode after a full off-season of conditioning. Jaron Reed is the voice in that room, setting standards with leadership nobody questions. Sliding to the edges, DeMarcus Lawrence comes over with a reputation as a beast, but health is the only question left for him. Tyrese Knight, a second-year linebacker, turned heads as one of the best value picks last year and now steps into a starting role with major expectations. Ernest Jones, fresh from knee surgery, has fans holding their breath that he can rediscover his peak. And Boye Mafe is projected to leap ahead of Uchenna Nwosu for that starting spot, thanks to a more complete skill set. This entire front seven feels powerful, but what nobody's discussing is how the secondary might be even more dangerous this season. Seattle's secondary is quietly turning into one of the scariest units in football. Devin Witherspoon, coming off another Pro Bowl year, has locked down the nickel spot with a confidence that feels unshakable. Reek Woolen is staring down a contract season, determined to prove he deserves every dollar and then some after battling inconsistencies last year. Julian Love stays steady at strong safety, never missing a game since he arrived, making him the rock of this group. Kobe Bryant, after stepping up big at free safety, is now trusted to keep that role on lockdown, while rookie Nick Emanwori is about to become the ultimate Swiss Army knife. Emanwori's skill set means he could play anywhere from safety to linebacker, depending on matchups, giving this defense weapons no offense wants to face. All these chess pieces could overwhelm opponents, but Seattle still has one more puzzle to solve on special teams, where even a single mistake could cost them games. Seattle's special teams unit might hold the last thread tying this roster together. Jason Myers has the leg to win tight games, while Michael Dixon, fresh off a new contract, stays one of the best punters in football. Christo keeps snapping duties solid, but the real concern is consistency after too many breakdowns last season nearly torched winnable matchups. Kenny McIntosh returning kicks and punts could bring a fresh spark, while Steven Sims and rookie Torrey Horton will battle to earn their share of return reps. Every detail matters because special teams burned this team against the Giants and cannot do that again. Coordinator Harbaugh is under serious pressure to fix the coverage lapses, and there's no excuse left if this group collapses late. So what do you think? Is this Seahawks roster ready to shock the NFC, or will hidden flaws tear them down? Drop your take in the comments, subscribe for daily updates, and let's see if this team can finally break through in 2025.